Hi, dear friends. This is Chris with Josephine's Designs. I am here with my my craft planner. It is the Prima Dog planner. I absolutely love it. It's the one that sits in my craft room. It sits out with my to-do list on it. And and I wanted to share, these are the Sharpies that I love to use. I also have the full set. It's what I use in this planner mostly. I really, really love, like this is April. This is how I colored my little girl in. And I love using them in this particular planner. The paper really does not bleed through, so I'm very, very thankful for that. I need to color my girl in, and those will be the markers I'll use, or I have the full set. Like I said, I got it for, Easter, Passover, celebration. So anyways, so she's cute. A smile is always in style. I love that. That's cute. In this planner, you have a vision board. I love this. And this vision board will be mostly getting my craft studio in order. So I do have some Mother's Day projects I've got to get done, but mostly that's what I'm going to be doing. I finished off all the birthday gifts for April and May. We have 3 birthdays. I think that's it. I hope that's it. I hope I'm not missing anybody. But anyways, so primarily that's what this month is going to be. It's just a real simplified getting the craft studio in order and getting a few gifts done, so I won't hurt anybody's feelings and miss anybody. So I need to do the month of May, and then I will start with this week. So let me just take those out since I'm on my little bitty table and trying to get my things done. So I'm going to pull out that and that for the one for the first week, and then for the month. And then I'm going to put this little sweetie away, give us some space. All right, so the vision board, like I said, I'll kind of do that on my own. I hope you guys are okay with that, just because. So, but I will, while we're together, I will do one thing. I will put across here, Craft Studio. Whoops, forgot my tail. And that is the main thing. And then also the wedding items to be organized. And a lot of that is, and I'll come back and I'm going to draw a little like craft box around it, whatever. A lot of that has to do with, there's so many things that I bought in triplicate. So when I was doing an album for my son and his wife, then I bought the same papers, the same everything, stickers, everything in triplicate. So that way everybody will have a little bit of everything. And so they'll be different, of course, because each child is different. But at this point, I wanted to make sure that if I really, really loved a particular item, I wanted to make sure I had enough for everybody. For those of you who don't know, we have 3 children, all of which are adult children now. Our youngest is getting ready to be 19. So, I mean, my husband keeps telling me she's an adult now. He's right. So, anyways, long story short, I have to recognize that that's what, where we're at. So, I've homeschooled. We've raised our kids from the been with them 24/7. Forever. So my life is changing drastically, and I have to remember that our children are growing up. So trying to give them all the space they need, but yet, they still want me to make things for them and craft things and remember them and all that kind of good stuff. So they're trying to figure out what it is to be an adult, and we're trying to figure out what it is to have adult children. We want to save them from every bump or bruise, but, we can't always do that as parents. So, anyway, so I just want to put a little washi there to reinforce this page. The pages are good. Like I said, they don't bleed through with the Sharpie markers, and you can see that here. But they're not, for anybody who's watched my channel, I also do a plum paper planner. I use the plum paper in a planner. Say that fast. But, anyways, to make a long story short, that paper is phenomenal. And I learned about plum paper planner from my friends, TT Scraps, Tammy, and then at Home with Tanya, and my friend Tanya, and so they highly recommended it, so I went ahead and ordered one, and yeah, they were 100% right. It's a good planner, or good planner paper. So anyway, so I'm just, while I'm putting my washi on, I'm just continuing to chat. And as you can see, just like that, it's not going to come up. It'll come up, but it's not, you can almost hear it starting to tear. So with the plum paper planner, you can pull it up, put it back down, pull it up, put it back down, and it's totally fine. So hats off to them. I think on this side, I am going to, yeah, I'm going to stay outside of the box. I didn't mind getting in the box over there, but I think, yeah, I'll just trim it. So anyways, I hope you guys are having a great day and have had a great April. May is very promising in our family. We have a lot of different things going on, and I'm excited for that. We have a baptism I was sharing earlier. We have the renovations on the cottage have kind of slowed down a bit, which is fine. Everybody's trying to figure out what's best for everyone, and though we will go ahead and renovate the cottage, but we're going to do it at a lot slower pace. We all agree that right now money was just flying out of our house, and there were, you know, when you get all excited when you're finding items that are on Craigslist. You know, for us, we live in a 1938 farmhouse, craftsman style farmhouse, and so we wanted to be true to the architecture of the home and the architecture that is on the property. And so we were trying to find things not only that weren't as expensive, but also, and I'm going to flip to a different washi for this portion because this is the to-do list for the month and then for the first week. So I'm going to go to the bright pink. Anyways, to make a long story short, it got a little crazy on some of the purchases, and they became too specific when we have to make a long, we have to plan for the long haul. And this property, you know, my husband has said, you know, at a certain age, I'm not going to be able to keep this up. And he's right. It requires a lot of work, and a lot of work for him. Now, for me, on the inside, I've had brand new homes. We have built a home, and then we've had much older homes. And a new home is so much easier to keep up. I'm sure any of you that do housekeeping, it just is. I mean, an older home, you always have something like breaking or decaying or, you know, that needs repair. In a new home, you know, you're pretty good. And so what, though my inside is, you know, not as much work as the outside because we have land attached to this property. It is, you know, does take a little bit of planning and a little bit of effort. So anyways, okay, so I'm going to punch these out really quickly. Hopefully I can do them all. I can't do them all at once. Nothing like a little arthritis, but that's all right. We are happy, right? So I'm going to get these all punched out. But long story short, so we've decided that we need to slow down. There are some future plans, you know, care for my parents and things of that nature, and I want to make sure that we have everything for them that they need if they need to come and stay here, and that it is, you know, accessible for them. As people age, they can't get into a clawfoot tub. They can't, you know, there's just certain things. They can't go up and down steps without a ramp and all those things. So we're just trying to make sure that we have everything really planned out, not just for the initial users, but for the long-term haul. And that got clouded, and I could see that getting clouded, and you know, it just meant double the expense. And so my husband and I have tried to, you know, do as much as we could to help out. And by the way, that hole punch I picked up at Michael's, and it's just a plain old hole punch. This is my stack of washi that I am not using, so that I tore off. Let me go ahead and throw that away. But long story short, we're just trying to get everything done as best to our ability, and still being available to everyone, and also being good stewards, and that's an important thing to us. So, all right, so I'm going to fill out the days of the month, and I'm going to put you guys on pause, and then I'll come back. Okay, hi friends, I'm back. I filled in the dates, I put in the month and the year. Nothing super surprising there. I am going to now quickly work on my filming and editing. I'm just going to do this like in a swoop. I'm not going to list every single day because I film, edit, and upload pretty much all in one day usually. And then I take that back. Usually I film and edit in one day and then I upload the next. So I should actually do that a little bit differently. So anyway, so I hope, let's see here. I'm missing a film there, but that's okay. All right, so let's put a little bit more color over here. So I always film on Thursdays and I film on Sundays. And then, and I edit usually the same day. I try to. I really don't have this editing thing down. I'm not going to pretend. I'm wishing I were good. And then I upload always on the following day, which, anyways. All right, so, and then I'm going to do the infamous little squiggly lines all the way down. So that is what I do for my main. And then I'm going to come back and share what I do where. Okay, now, so for the Thursday, I always try to do craft related. And then for the Sunday, I try to do planner related. So I hope that makes sense. And so I know that Mother's Day is right here. So I want to make sure that this reflects Mother's Day on this Friday, or these two Thursdays, pardon me. So I want to put Mother's Day. And I'm going to want that to be for two of those. And then I'm going to flip quickly to Father's Day. And I've got some really cute stamps and dies that I got in for Mother's Day and Father's Day, so I'm excited to share that in some craft projects. And one of my Mother's Day projects may not just be cards and things like that. It may be some other goodies, so we'll see. Okay, so I am pretty much, I'll put this to the side because I'll use this for something else. And then on Sundays, I like to get my blog done. While I upload, I like to get my, Saturdays, pardon me. I was trying to think, what am I doing? We get to church on Saturday, so when I come home at night, I tend to work on my blog. It's my day off, but I enjoy getting that part done. That is not work to me. That's just fun. So, because of all this that I do on YouTube, I always have a great set of ideas and all kinds of stuff. So it works out really, really well. All right, so my to-do list for the month, I'll come back and do that on my own. I do enjoy getting that done. Let me see, will that fit over that? No, it will not fit. So I wondered if it would, but that's all right. I can put that here. There we go. All right. I'm sorry. Long story short, I will come back and get that done and see what I need to do. I put these bow ties out thinking I was going to separate some things, but I don't think I am. I think we're pretty good. And I also have these little hearts, these glitter hearts, 97 cents for this sheet. There's like 200 and some odd stickers, and they're so cute. They're just glitter hearts. So I'm not really sure if I'm going to use these yet, but I'm going to keep those out. And I'm also using up a couple of sheets of my personal size planner. And I thought I had another one, but I may not. So, but I think what I'm going to do for this week, is I am going to use the dots. I like these dots for the dates. And then for this next week, and then I will have that fun to do. So, whoops, got that one crooked. In this particular planner, it is really just kind of a brainstorming planner to some degree of projects I want to work on. It's the discipline of getting in there and getting things done. And honestly, this week is not going to be a lot of creativity. It's going to be, let's see, we're going to end up, we're going to organize, craft, studio, and that is going to last until we get it done. So I really have been, I've been watching other people on YouTube to see what they're doing, that kind of a deal, and seeing, what is it that I want to work on. So I'm going to put that one there because I wanted to just use that sticker, and I'll put that for my blog, and then I'm going to put a heart here because yay, I want to get that done. And I think that's it. I'm going to use these for my, so this is all going to be about planner. And this day, when I shoot video, it is all about craft. And actually this week it is going, is that straight? It's hard to tell. Yeah, I think it's pretty straight. Okay, this is going to be about craft, and it's going to be about Mother's Day. Okay, so there's that. And this is the week of, so I think Monday is the 1st. Yes. So that's all I needed to double check was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, and so this is May 1st through the 7th, and it's 2017. So I really do kind of take off. I upload videos, so let me see what I can do here. I can use these to say that I'm uploading on Mondays. I upload almost every day. We live in the country, so everything is very slow when it comes to internet. So we have radio tower internet. So I guess I need to write a little smaller. I'm kind of making a mess. I'm going to go down through here because I upload every single day. I mean, I don't have a choice because it just takes that long. Because I try. I've had the goal. My friend encouraged me to do a video every day. And so that's what I've been trying to do. Since we got back from the wedding, I knew there would be a point in the wedding where I wouldn't be able to. And then we got so sick before the wedding. Repeatedly got sick. So, yeah, I mean, I couldn't upload when I couldn't talk. And I kept coughing and all that kind of stuff. So, but I am so glad to be able to be back and share some of the different projects I'm working on. So, yeah, and so I'm just going to put upload across on these. And that's it. I mean, this really is a simple planner. Like I said, I will go back, I will brainstorm on the to-do list, and I will go back and make notes here and here of the specific types of Mother's Day crafts I'm going to be doing, and then specific planners that I'll be working on. This week I'll be filming the our scripture planner. So because I'm only going to try to do that once a month. Actually, I'm not going to be doing the scripture planner because I just did it. Yeah, I think I'm only going to do it once a month. I know that I've shared with you, if any of you've seen my videos, I keep a scripture planner and I write my scripture for the month in it, and I really love doing that, and it helps me memorize scripture, it helps me work on it, and so anyways, but the different planners that I'm going to videotape, I will definitely be doing my craft, and I'll be doing the home, and my out and about, and then my faith journal. So those will be the ones that I'll be making. I'm trying to think if there's anything else, but I think that, work. What in the world am I thinking about? I've got my work planner. So, all right, well so there's that. I will go back in and do my Mother's Day planning for those videos. And yeah, okay. I hope you guys are encouraged. Seriously, you can have no white space. You can have all white space. I tend to like things not so cluttered, so I tend to leave, a lot of white space, and then I can come back in and write. And for me, the exercise of writing is just as important as the decoration portion of it. And and I'll explain to you why. For those of you who don't know, I taught special ed, and I find that everybody's got a different learning style. And one of the things that is a great learning style for me is the actual writing down. It's kind of a tactile kinesthetic thing to do. It helps cement things in my mind. That's why I do my scripture that way and a scripture planner. But also being able to write things down in my journal helps me remember what I have to get done, or in my planners helps me be able to remember what I want to get done. And it helps me also just think things out. I really, I just brainstorm on a lot of this. And one of the ways I brainstorm is with my my planners. So anyways, those are the reasons I use these planners, and for the different things I use them for. So I hope that encourages you. Do what works for you. That's all that matters. Just do what works for you. Do what helps you to be creative and yet organized and more productive. And so for me, this is what works for me. And I'm sorry, I got to do my nails. But anyways, long story short, guys, most importantly, have a blessed, creative, and lovely day. And thank you so, so much for stopping by. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.